Good evening, Taurus. Moonchild Divinity 624 coming at you with March general love readings. I'm using as my main deck it's my newest deck, which I've been wanting for a while, my Crystal Visions Tarot deck by Jennifer Galasso. I've wanted this deck for a long time. To clarify, I'm using my usual, the Hanson Roberts, and if I feel the need be, I'll use my Romance Angels by Dorian Virtue. So let's just get going. Now, I know it's, March 6th, but I don't really, and I know in the tarot world on YouTube, trust me, because I know about getting the readings out, before March or whatever, but I just kind of feel I do what I can with what I have at this moment in time. I work a lot. I work 2 jobs, and I have this tarot business going on the side, and not that I neglect it, but I just, with readings, I'll go through this little spiel for a second. With readings and everything, I truly believe that a message is going to come out when it needs to come out. And you can go to a tarot reader and they'll say, okay, this is for the month of March, and it might not take place until a year from now, 2 months, 2 weeks, last month. Whenever you're going to come across this, it's going to resonate with you, okay? So let's get going for Taurus. March. Okay. Let's see what's going on. God wants to pop out. You have the Hermit. Okay, I'm going to start drawing. Okay. Yeah, okay. Sounds about right. Looks about right from the first card. And at the bottom, Knight of Swords. Okay. So, I'm just going to name the cards first, and then I'm going to go from there, okay? So at the top, you have the Hermit. That's the only card that really stuck out in the deck to me, okay? The middle, you have the 6 of Swords. 5 of Wands, the Magician. King of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, and Strength. So you have a lot of heavy hitters on the table as far as major arcanas, okay? What I feel like from the jump is that a lot of you Tauruses are going within to gain some knowledge about probably a relationship that you just, or a person that you're thinking of a lot. You might go back and forth with them. They might be the Knight of Swords kind of vibe where they come in, they come out. The Knights always come in and come out usually. Not as much as the the Knight of Wands and the passionate little knight there, that little nugget. Not as much as him, but he came in with a quick communication. Maybe some of you Taurus has received a communication from somebody. It could be an air sign. It doesn't necessarily have to be, but it hurt you. And it's almost like you have to find a lot of strength and wisdom and character to move on from it. And you will with all these major arcanas on the table, but it might have not have been so pretty, to say the least. And I say that because the 5 of Wands, I mean, with this card over here on the table, it might have involved some of your friends too. Maybe there was a fighting situation. I feel like you went back and forth with a lover or someone you had a romantic interest in. They came in and told you something at a fast pace, and it didn't necessarily settle with you that well. And now you're going within to figure out, after you might have had a debacle. You might have had some kind of falling out with someone. It doesn't have to be a physical fight. It could have just been verbal, which I feel like it probably was at this point in time. It could have just been someone in your life that pissed you the fuck off, and you had to tell them off, and you had to find strength and wisdom to go within and say, okay, what did I learn from this situation? But all is well, because you have the Magician, the King of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune and Strength, the Hermit. For Christ's sake, you have a shitload of major arcanas out on the table. I'm going to start clarifying, but I do feel like there was some kind of rift, to say the least. Okay? I'm going to actually clarify on that 5 of Wands, because those two lions fighting, it's, I mean, And there's other people surrounding it. It's almost like the humans are trying to... I feel like your animalistic side might have come out and you're not so proud of it with another person. That's what I get from that. Let me just clarify. Okay, no cards want to fall out in your reading tonight. So we'll just pick from the litter. You might be the pick of the litter. No pun intended with the two kitties here fighting. Okay, let's see. Five of Wands, we got... Okay, we have the Knight of Swords again. Now you have that as a clarifying card with the Crystal Visions by Jennifer Galasso. I don't know if I said her name before, fellow New Englandite. But you have the Knight of Swords twice out. So there's definitely some words going back and forth, okay? And you have the Fool, another major arcana, the King of Cups, and at the bottom, the Four of Swords. So I feel like with this emotional situation that you have going on, whether it's two guys fighting over a girl, two girls fighting over a guy, something of that nature, some kind of rift that really left you feeling emotional, where you were like, you know what? I need a whole new beginning from this. I'm bigger than this. We had a fight. I'm not going to be fighting over somebody. If you want me, you come and find me. If not, I'm moving the fuck on. But before you do that, you have to really find some introspection. And this kind of rift is really going to make you go within. Okay, it's definitely going to make you go within. I say that not only because the Knight of Swords clarified twice now. Not only with the Hanson Roberts, but the Crystal Visions. You have the Four of Swords as a clarifier on the Hanson Roberts. So you're definitely going within. You're getting some rest and relaxation. And it totally resonates with the Hermit card right at the top. That's the only card that stuck out in the deck to me that wanted to come out because you have no flipping cards. Right in the middle, I'm going to clarify on the Six of Swords next. After your rest and relaxation, after this rift, after this emotional, like I said, debacle, you're going to rest, and eventually from that, you're going to move on. And it's going to take a lot of strength for you because maybe you're fighting over the same person with somebody, and you realize that fighting over somebody is not worth it. If someone wants you, they're going to make you their number one priority. I feel like I have to say that to some of you Taurians, okay? And you have the Wheel of Fortune sitting pretty over in the corner over here. There's going to be a total new beginning, but you have to go through the malarkey first, okay? I feel like I need to say that. Six of Swords, okay? Six of Swords, you have the Ace of Cups, Three of Pentacles, and then Judgment, and then at the bottom you have the Three of Rods. So after, okay, so to me, after all of this stuff happens, now this might not resonate, okay, with, I feel like this is very specific. It's very specific to a certain number of Tauruses out there, okay? It's not going to resonate with everybody. It's a general love message, and I feel like it's not so romantical, but hey, love can be war sometimes, right? It's all over the joint. It's not just unicorns and rainbows and all that shit. It's the nitty-gritty. It's learning out who you are and getting to the base of what you really want, and sometimes you have to go through shit like this to get to this, and I feel like that's what you're doing. You're cutting out all the shit. You're focusing on it. You might have sometimes, you know, you have to break it down to build it back up, and I feel like that's where you are right now at this point in time, Taurians, okay? You have to break it down, and after you do that, you're going to have a totally new beginning because you have the Ace of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and Judgment, and I feel like you're going to be faced with this to actually have that judgment to say, which way do you want to go? Do you want to settle for this kind of 3D shit where it's like, oh, we're fighting this, that, back and forth. We're going to fight. We're going to cheat on each other, blah, blah, blah. Fuck that. I mean, if that's what you want, go for it. You have the ability to create the reality that you want with the Magician. Everybody does, okay? But I feel like after all this shit that's going on, here's where you're going to stand. Look at that. The King of Wands. You're not going to have those tigers, those lions fighting anymore. You're gonna get it out. You're gonna get that ego side of you out. Sometimes you need to have it out, okay? You're going to take a rest, get some sleep, get some rest, talk to friends, family, acquaintances, whatever. And then stand in your power and move on to calmer waters, because it's right in the middle. And look at the sun beaming down. You're leaving those swords behind. Look at you just walking across that water, going into those clouds that are parting with that sun coming through, okay? And the birds are following you. They're leading the way for you, okay? I believe those are crows. Very mystical. Doreen Virtue. Chemistry. It's safe for you to love. And unrequited love. So how fitting. What I feel from these three cards is after you've moved on from this situation that you're dealing with right now, all the fighting and negative vibrations that are taking over your life right now. And like I said, it's not going to resonate with all Tauruses. And for some reason, I keep wanting to say Sagittarius. It might be because of the lions, like the shitload of lions that I have out here. But there's some major, so some of you Tauruses might be dealing with a fire sign like a Sagittarius. I keep wanting to say for all you Sagittarians, but I'm doing Taurus's video right now. So just keep that as a little side note, okay? It might resonate with some of you. But I feel like after you move on from this situation, yeah, there might have been a lot of chemistry there. There might have been a lot of passion. With fire, there always is passion, right? We all know that. Move on from it because it's safe for you to love. It wasn't the same one side, whether it was you or them, whoever, whatever, had more love for the other than the other had for you. Could have been lust with all this fire out here. But there's going to be a judgment and a total new beginning. So keep that in mind, okay, Taurus? Keep that in mind. I feel like I should stop there. So let me know how it goes. Take your time to rest and relax and think. Think by yourself. Cut some people out for a while and just be within with your own being, where you don't have, because everybody has a little penny to chuck in the fucking opinion box, okay? That's what I say. I'm like, I don't need, and sometimes, yeah, you need advice, but the best advice is within yourself if you take the time to just relax and let go and just be. So let me know how it goes. I'm sorry it wasn't so positive, but honestly, it really is, because, like I said, with love, it's not always positive. We always know that, and you have this waiting for you right in the middle. New beginning. Wheel of Fortune. New beginning. The Magician. New beginning if you want it. It's right here. Let me know how it goes, Taurus. See you in April.